It's Operation Spock. It's Tuesday 31st of May 2005. Time on watch is 13:15 hours. Video operator is PC Shredder, CS791. Comms operator is
PC Davis, Delta 052.
Very soon it was apparent that the policing of the demonstration was going to be very aggressive.
Is camera on?
Yeah.
The guy with the black wig has spoken to two officers now, I believe with a foreign accent. I'm not sure what the accent is.
People could hear the police talking about people here they were singling out.
Lady in sunglasses on the right with the two stripes. She's often on opera demos. Don't recognise the other female.
He's number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's number 12. This number 12 is present when the warnings were given, and he's still the wrong side of the road.
It does appear that they also had a strategy of targeting particular individuals.
Tattoo on his left hand, I can't see what it is. One on the chin one. Big on his left hand. He's thrown on the floor. They've tried to serve him.
Can I just say this to those of you that are prepared to listen to me, that there is an injunction in force. The injunction says you must be on that side of the road. If you refuse to clear the road, then you are liable to be arrested for obstruction of the highway. So I'd ask you please to stay off the road and stay on the grass verge.
We were told that we had to stay on the verge.
We were instructed to stand on the grass verge.
Which actually wasn't very easy at times because the verge was very narrow.
But there were so many people that naturally we just spilled onto the road.
It was really quite difficult to stay on the verge.
So there was loads of people there and they were trying to squish them all onto the grass verge, which just wasn't going to happen.
But it was not a safe situation.
The orders given by the police were not audible anyway.
And then obviously whoever was in charge decided that the police authority was not stamped heavily enough on this demonstration, that they should really show us who was boss.
They formed a kind of military cordon.
Police closed in.
And the police were just marching up and down to make sure that no one had their foot on the pavement.
For a while there was a bit of back and forth and the police were being aggressive and surly.
They looked really tense and wound up.
They began trying to physically push people back onto the grass verge.
People were pushed back, refused to be moved.
It was really quite dangerous.
They were pushing people towards the little barrier that prevents you from falling onto the railway line.
And any type of freedom of movement on that road was completely taken away from them.
Everyone stay on the grass, come off the grass, because of obstruction of the highway, you will be arrested. Move on to the grass.
How does it feel to be doing this, officer? What do you think? What do you think about your role as protector of war criminals?
Then they just surged forward. Snatch squad.
Cat got pulled out of the group by the police and thrown to the floor in front of the demonstration.
They just like piled him to the ground and then dragged him away.
First I was arrested, then there was another individual shortly after.
I was arrested because I went to the aid of my father.
immediately grabbed and pulled out from the crowd and carted off myself. My father was 80 at the time.
From that point, there was just a huge scrum.
In the chaos that ensued, people were falling over, people were falling basically into a pile on the grass verge and trying not to fall into the railway tracks.
There was pushing the police forwards and there was pushing backwards, and I remember someone fell over the barrier.
How nobody fell over the edge, I don't know. I would say we were very lucky that day.
And it was really, really scary.
Some people became frightened, and there was some pushing from the crowd.
Then when the crowd started getting this angry, then it was just open season for them. Any excuse for them to arrest anybody.
It was a mess. It was a complete mess.
People were arrested for assault police, basically for refusing to be pushed onto a railway track.
Did you get assaulted?
I was actually charged with assaulting a police officer and obstructing another.
I was arrested for assault police, basically for being in that chaotic situation.
This is the same one. What are you doing? This is the same man that assaulted Keith Baxter earlier.
When he was assaulting an 80-year-old man. You're arrested for assault on police, you understand that? You have to say, if it may harm defence, not mention big questions, something should later I court. You say they're giving it evidence. You understand that? Okay, thank you.
They formed this rank of people, of police, shoulder to shoulder.
You know, people were angry. People were really angry.
Peacefully, you tried to push us over a cliff, and you one of your officers said to me, "Oh, that's quite a big drop." You didn't get a warning before you came here to say that if you push people over this fence, they might die. You just thought you'd push anyway out for that. Well, it's not fucking good enough.
To this day, I'm still amazed that nobody was killed.
We haven't come here to cause you trouble, but what you've done here has caused us an immense amount of trouble.
What possessed the police to basically charge a crowd of people on the edge of a 50-foot drop, I will never know.
Several people are now pursuing complaints and civil actions against the police.
And what are you doing here anyway?